Welcome to Midlife Moves, where we're figuring out this whole midlife thing one day, one workout, and one what the hell just happened moment at a time. I'm Heather, and if you're navigating career shifts, fitness goals, parenting teenagers, or just wondering when the hell we became the grown-ups, you're in the right place. Let's talk about the real stuff, no filters, just honest conversations and a little bit of chaos. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Heather Francis. Welcome back to Midlife Moves. Today, you're going to meet another one of my daughters. I had the opportunity to sit down with my daughter, Kaylie. Kaylie is 20 years old. She is absolutely hilarious. She's wildly self-aware, and she's probably more grounded at 20 than I was when I was 35. We talk about what it's like navigating early adulthood while also surviving being raised by me. We talk about perfectionism, people-pleasing, panic attacks, and somehow we end up talking about fart culture in our house. You've been warned. YOLO, right? As always, it's an honest conversation. My kids and I are really, really good at having those. This is a little messy, and it's exactly the kind of conversation I think more women should have across the generations. So if you've ever felt like you were too much, not enough, or just trying to figure out who you are, this one is going to be a really good one for you to listen to. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Midlife Moves.
I'm Kaylie.
This is Kaylie.
Hi.
Today's episode is a special one because I'm sitting down with my second oldest child, but middle daughter.
The best.
Kaylie. Kaylie, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm 20. You're 20?
People don't believe she's 20 because she looks very young.
Yes. I'm in college right now. I'm at Thomas Jefferson, studying for interior design, thanks to growing up in a construction family, getting to see all the sides.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You were one of two middle children, technically. Do you feel like you fit that middle child stereotype?
Everyone has there's so many different conceptions of the middle child stereotype at this point. Like, some people are like, oh, they're the one that gets all the burdens. And then others are like, they're the troubled ones. Like,
I don't think that you are. So, because you're 5 years younger than Amber.
Yep.
And you were raised a little differently because I was so young when I had Amber.
Yeah.
And I was still very young when I had you, but not, I wasn't 19. I think that you more have like the older child syndrome.
You mean control issues?
I wasn't going to say it. As I was getting this all ready, I was setting the camera up, and she's sitting here, and she's like, "You're going to need to raise that camera."
What? Move that puppy over there.
Move that puppy over there. To be fair, she comes from a long line of controlling women.
Yes.
She's not alone. She is very much like me in that aspect. And my mother. And my grandmother.
Yeah.
You never stood a chance, really.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's just start this off. So I come up with an outline, but the outline is heavily influenced by AI and by ChatGPT.
Okay.
So like we workshop it, and like I go through and change things, but it kind of spits out stuff. And I have been traveling all week, and Kaylie's been working all day, and life has just been crazy. So I knew that we were doing this tonight, but I didn't have time to put together an outline. So I really quick was like, can you spit out an outline like we did with Pepper and Amber? And so it spit out this outline. So I'm looking at this, and this is the first time I'm really seeing it. We're just gonna roll with it.
Okay.
What's one thing that I do that completely embarrasses you?
I don't get embarrassed by you. We both know this.
You don't get embarrassed by me. I have a fitness account where I post almost like nude photos of myself. Not sexual, but just like I don't wear a lot when I work out.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, girl, that's my mom.
Yeah.
You really don't get embarrassed by me.
Now, Mikey, on the other hand.
Okay. Mikey gets embarrassed about absolutely everything I do. I can breathe, and he's embarrassed.
He's like, why'd you do it like that?
Why did you do that? Did you cough? Oh my God.
I think it skips it skips because it's you, and then it's me, and then it's Mikey. Just the control. Like, We all just start twitching.
Yeah, we need control.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a real fun dynamic all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you had a boyfriend. You had a boyfriend that was here for one of your parties, and he tried to help us do something. And I think, like, both of us were like, you need to get the fuck out of the way. Do you remember that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
he was trying to be nice, and we were like, oh, no, you need to move.
Yeah.
We're not very nice when we get like that, unfortunately. Kaylie, did you ever feel like you had to fight for attention being the middle child? I know the answer to this.
Not that I remember. I probably did, but like I probably felt like I was competing with Pepper mostly, like not fighting for your attention, but.
So you were the only one. So Amber's 25, you're 20, Pepper's going to be 18 this week, and Mikey's going to be 12 in like a week. So like Amber and you are spaced out a lot, and Mikey and Pepper are spaced out a lot, but you and Pepper are like normal, like sibling age part, right? So I know that you probably felt like you had to fight for attention once Pepper came.
Yeah. Well, I lost my hair when she.
You did. You lost all your hair because you were in Uncle Chad's wedding, and Kelly was like, "I don't know what to do with her hair," because there was none.
Yeah.
We tried to spread it evenly, but when there's babies and like it just doesn't always work. Do you? Oh
no.
Do you think I treat you differently than Amber or Pepper?
I mean, I feel like every parent's dynamic is different with each child because each child needs something differently. Yeah. So yeah.
That's a very mature answer for you. Like Amber definitely had the hardest because we were so tough on her. She was truly the oldest child.
Yeah, but she also like had her dad and everything.
She did. She had answers.
She had a different situation than me.
Yeah, she did.
And then with Pepper and Mikey, that was different because I was old enough when Mikey was born to like deal with things, but Pepper wasn't.
Yeah.
And then Mikey was just a baby.
Oh, right. Because your experience with my illness was also shaped differently because you did have those extra years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Mikey's spoiled.
Mikey's real spoiled.
Yeah.
He's wonderful. He's real spoiled. Is there something that you think that you got away with that your sisters definitely didn't? I know one thing, and it's something that we kind of already talked about, but...
What?
You're controlling...
Oh, yeah. Because when I was younger, I would freak out.
I'm going to tell you a story. You know the story, I think. But this is when I knew that I never had to worry about Kaylie. Because she was in kindergarten. It was your kindergarten ice cream social. And your dad and I are standing there with all the other parents watching you play on the playground. And you had your cute little purple dress on and your cute little purple bow and your cute little curly hair. And we're just watching you, and all we see is you marching across the playground and marching back to the playground with the principal's hand in yours. You're pulling him across the playground, and you are letting him know that this child was not following the rules, and he needed to deal with that. Do you know what I'm talking? Do you remember that?
I only know this because of you guys. Because I don't remember this.
I will remember that forever. I will remember that until the day that I die. And I remember us looking at you and just thinking, she's going to be all right.
Yeah.
She's going to make it through life just fine. She's not going to make a lot of friends.
No friends.
But she's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Do you think being the middle child made you more independent? I think your situation just made you more independent.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I think that you as a person, regardless of your birth order, you are just an independent person.
Yeah. I mean, like, with school, I was always independent. And then, like, home, like, I don't know. I enjoy being by myself. I enjoy being able to handle things. I think that's a control thing. Like, I need to be able to take care of myself because I need to know that I'm in control. I'm able to do this.
I feel the same way. in many cases, because no one's going to do it the way that I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it the way I want it done.
Yeah. The right way.
The right way. But it causes like perfection paralysis. Like I have probably 7 episodes recorded with some with like outside people. Like I talked to Sean and Jay and Pastor Julie. And I am still sitting on them because I'm like, they're not absolutely perfect. And so you suffer from the same thing I do.
Yeah. That's like with my projects at school.
Mm-hmm.
This past project, the board was like it just didn't have like the littlest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I forgot to add like some squiggles to the board.
Yeah.
And I literally was standing there and I was like, I hate this project.
All you can say.
I hate it.
That's all you can say. Yeah, I feel you.
I literally told my professor, I was like, I'm not proud of this work. I was like, it's squiggles.
One last question about like your growing up time, your growing up years. Is there something about your childhood that makes you think only in the Francis house?
I honestly don't remember most of my childhood.
But I think that that's normal. I think that's very normal. Like you don't remember everything because you have to remember all kinds of new things.
Yeah.
You know, I think that that's very normal.
Yeah.
That's an interesting question. I would think.
I feel like more now.
We have an interesting dynamic here.
Yeah.
I don't think it's only in the Francis house, but I think we're interesting.
Yeah.
So if you could think about now.
Our walk wasn't...
what about it specific? So we're a fart positive household.
Yes.
Which means don't light a match because someone is always farting and they're always laughing about it. They all have the sense of humor. You all have the sense of humor of a 5-year-old.
I don't fart. Not like them. Not like them.
No, I would agree. The toot stories are something. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like the methane that comes out of this house is stupid.
Yeah.
We may edit this part out. We may leave it in. I'm gonna have to see how this turns out.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about you moving into college and into that phase of your life. So I guess like really a good thing to talk about is, you know, like one of the things that I'll talk about on this podcast is like my lack of female relationships. Like I have 2 friends.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And my mom. And you guys are very similar to me in that. And I don't think that's unlike a lot of people. Yeah. Like, I don't think that's unique to us. I think that that's a lot of people that don't have those connections, don't have those close friendships that we see all over social media all the time.
Yeah.
And that was something that you really struggled with during school.
Yeah.
So understanding that, do you feel like that situation had gotten better since you transitioned into college?
Well, I'm friends with my roommates, and they're all girls, but I would say I'm definitely closer with my guy friends. Like, Aiden is my best friend.
Well, Aiden's your boyfriend, too.
Yeah, yeah. But we were friends first. Like, spent a lot of time together first.
Yes. And he is the most patient person alive.
Yes, I agree with that.
He's even more patient than your dad. Your dad's a very patient man.
Yeah.
Is it so? You're 20. You made a joke at dinner about being an adult. And then I think you realized really fast that Dad was like, "Are you an adult? You can financially support yourself." But you're transitioning into that phase, and there are some very adult things that you do that you just kind of took over. Like you just took over making your doctor's appointments and handling your healthcare, and so as you transition into like this adult phase of life, is it what you expected, and is there something that surprised you?
Like we said, I've always been independent. Mm-hmm. So like we talked about this when I was a senior. Like I always just assumed I would move out and that would be it. Like I would be on my own.
Yeah.
But I very quickly learned I suck with money.
Uh-huh.
I like to be able to buy things.
Uh-huh.
So that it is very, very hard to be independent when you like to buy things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually literally like a month ago started actually saving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a conversation that we had. The next question is, what's one adulting task that feels impossible? So it's budgeting. While we were on our walk after dinner, we started talking. Kaylee's going to Rome for school next semester. She's studying abroad. And so one of the things that we talked about was like, you need to save X amount of dollars between now and August.
Yeah.
So we'll be working on budgeting with you.
Yeah. But the thing is, I like to spend because I work really, really hard to get the money I get.
You do, but you still have to put yourself on a budget.
I know. I know.
Yeah, you're not great with money.
Aiden is much better with money than
That's
I am.
not surprising. Aiden is a very serious person. Do you ever catch yourself doing something or saying something or with like a mannerism of mine and you're like, oh my God, I am turning into her?
I start twitching and I'm like, oh my God, I'm my mother.
Your eye starts twitching. My eye twitches. No, seriously.
Actually, the other day when I was at Aiden's, we had gnocchi, and I called it sujits.
That's a dad
instinctively,
thing.
yeah. That's a dad
thing.
thing. That's just what came into my mind. I've always been a mini you.
You have always been a mini me.
Like,
we look very similar.
Yeah. Literally, I went to get glasses on my own for the first time, came home with the same pair as you.
We met. Yeah, we got glasses separately and we like almost match.
Yeah, I'm a mini you.
You are.
Yeah.
And I love it. Has anything about college changed your view on how you were raised?
I mean, I always knew that like our situation was very different. Like growing up, we did not have a lot of money, and then you had your stroke, and then like I know that it was different, but like it's weird seeing like Aiden's family, like they're great, like they're all like they're so functional, and I'm like, what?
Are we not functional?
We are, but it's like different. Like,
well, they're like
a TV family almost.
Yeah, we are, but we're more like a sitcom family.
Yeah,
and they're more like
the
what's
ideal
good,
American dream family.
Yeah, like the Cleavers.
Yeah, in like the best way. Like I love them. They're awesome.
Funny because that's how Rob's family is too. So both of you girls have boyfriends with like these perfect, like idyllic families. Yeah. And then we're a very happy family.
Yes.
We're just crazy.
Yeah.
We're recording podcasts in our basement.
Yeah. We're happy in a different way.
We're happy in a way that suits us.
Yes.
Yeah. And when you were growing up, like we had no money. Like things were really, really tight for a long time. And then when I had the stroke, it wasn't until you were older in high school that like we really started to like find success with our business, and that started to take off, and we started to have a little bit more financial stability.
Well, like Dad was working his butt off with the company. You were joining the company at that point. Like he was also coaching. Like,
yeah, I mean, like we did, like we really struggled financially. But that has turned around. Well, we know what I failed at. What's one thing that you think I totally nailed as a parent?
Our relationship I really love. Like, I know that you struggled with self-image for a really long time too. But like I love myself now because you helped me learn to love myself. And I'm very confident because of you.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. Because that's hard.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely perfect. Why wouldn't you love yourself?
I mean, that little girl did come up to me today and say, "You're so pretty."
And we all know that if a child tells you you're pretty, you're beautiful.
Yes.
I mean, just common knowledge.
Yeah. And I'm literally you. So that means you're beautiful.
I think about that sometimes because I'm very hard on myself in every aspect of my life, as you know.
Yes.
Every aspect of my life, including how I look. I'm like hypercritical of everything about myself. And as I start to criticize myself, I do have to catch myself and think, these girls look exactly like me. So if I'm criticizing myself, I'm criticizing them too. And that has helped me speak nicer to myself because I don't want you guys to speak to yourselves the way that I historically would speak to myself.
Yeah. Like even your fitness account, like the reason I'm on there, like, that's my mama, is because that gives me so much like confidence. Like I'm like look at her. Like she's gorgeous. Like she's owning herself. Like this is how I want to love myself.
Yeah. Oh. Little do you know it's an act.
See, I know that, but
fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. We have both done a lot of work on our self-image and how much we care for ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's hard. And there are days that we don't want to show up for ourselves. I know I have days I don't want to show up for myself.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah.
Do you think that your experience in growing up in our house prepared you well for real life?
Well, like we said, I've always been independent.
Yeah.
Like I've kind of always figured it out.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, like I feel like there's no like right answer to this because like, oh my God, you didn't teach me how to do my taxes when I was 18. How could you? You didn't prepare me for the real world.
I pay someone to do my taxes.
Yeah. Like I feel like the best way to prepare your kid for the real world is to like help them figure out who they are so that they can figure out.
Well, and there's so much you need to know, and a lot of it you're only and especially you, like you need to learn by experiencing it. Like I could tell you everything. You were very much like me in that like you're not going to listen to any of it until you experience it and you figure it out on your terms.
Yeah. Like my doctor's appointments.
Yeah.
I was like,
oh my God. Jumped right in.
Yeah. But like that was because I was like I got a message saying like in order for my meds to be refilled, like I needed to schedule a doctor appointment. I was like, okay, I got to get on this. Yeah. Like I need to do this.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And that's awesome that you did that. How would you describe our relationship when you were younger compared to now?
I mean, it's really hard because
that's not really, because when you're young, like.
But also like things were very different when I was young. Like I said, like you were working all the time and then you were in the hospital and then you were at doctor's appointments all the time.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. And I guess really like you probably felt that a lot more because Pepper was very young. Mikey was a newborn. And Amber had the distraction of her other family.
Yeah.
And so it was really just like you were probably left to experience that in a way that your siblings were not. And I don't know that you and I have ever really talked about it. Now that I'm saying this out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was probably a lot harder on you. I think it was hard on everyone.
Yeah.
But you experienced that in a different way. Yeah, because I was really unavailable to everyone for years.
It's okay, I had imaginary friends. They got me through it.
It was the ghosts in the house.
Yeah. The ones who used to tuck me in my lady bedroom.
They did? Oh my God, yes. That's a story for another time. Was there ever a time you felt like I really had your back?
Always. You've always been there for me. And I always know that like yeah, I try and figure things out on my own.
Yeah.
But I always know that I can call you and you'll pick up and you'll have my back.
Yeah.
Like I know, like I don't party, but I know that if I were to be at a party and be like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I don't want to be here. If I called you, even if it was like midnight, you would be like, okay, I'm coming.
I would, 100%.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell your dad.
Oh no.
Because we don't wake him up.
It doesn't matter. If you wake up, he's waking up.
What's one time you were sure I just didn't get it as a mom?
What does that mean?
I guess, like, is there ever a time that you felt like I just didn't understand you?
I mean, every teenager feels like, she just doesn't get this.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you don't understand. I love him. I'm going to marry him. What's a piece of advice I gave you that actually stuck?
I mean, I'm sure it's, like, in there just, like, subconsciously, but I'm not going to be able to, like, pull it out.
Yeah. Is there anything is there a piece of advice that I gave you that you ignored and afterwards you were like, shit, she was right? that you can think of?
Oh, all of it. My entire teenage years, like, she's not right. She's my mom.
God, she's such an ass. She doesn't know anything. We're going to do some rapid fire questions. I'm just going to give you questions, and you're just going to give me the first answer that comes to mind.
Okay. Banana.
What's your go-to comfort food?
Mac and cheese.
You love mac and cheese.
I love mac and cheese.
What's a song that instantly reminds you of your childhood?
Happy by Pharrell Williams.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Oh, that's a good answer.
Remember when we danced to it in the
Yes, I
show?
do.
Yeah.
What's a habit? Oh.
Oh, no.
What's a habit or quirk that you picked up from me?
Twitch.
High stress. If you could give me one piece of daughter to mom advice, what would it be?
I don't know. Wise up, bro.
Wise up,
Wise up, bro. You're supposed to dab me up.
Oh, is that what you're
Wise
supposed
up,
to do?
bro.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know
Mikey
either.
always does that too. He's like, you gotta dab me up, and you're supposed to go for the clap, right?
Yeah, you like go for the clap.
wait.
Mikey does it weird. He goes like this, and then he goes like this. That's not how you're supposed to do it. It's this.
Oh, that was a good clap.
Yeah.
Let's do that one more time. That's good, but we'll take it. What's next for you?
Like as in life, or as in
What's
tonight?
any big plans for the next? Well, tonight I know what your plans are. I assume it's the same as mine. It is 7:20. Within the next hour, both of us will probably be asleep. What do you have going on over the next year?
Well, I actually have a really exciting project coming up for college.
Okay.
We're designing a senior child mentor center in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a real thing,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the type of design I want to do, and it's really cool to get to explore that
Mm-hmm.
in the next coming months.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I'll be in Rome.
You'll be in Rome.
I'll be in Rome for a couple months.
It's tough being Kaylie right now. And we'll be in Rome visiting you.
Yes.
It's just going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
I'm getting new clothes already. I'm preparing.
But not too many clothes, right? Because we are,
But I'm
budgeting.
also getting them at my place of work, which means discount.
yes, that's accurate. What is one thing that you hope to look back on a year from now and say, I did that? That's a good question. ChatGPT is so smart sometimes.
Well, honestly, like going to Rome and getting through that, because there was a minute where I was like, I can't go. I can't do this. Like,
we sat in a Starbucks and I was like, you are out of your fucking mind if you think you're not going.
and I was like, that's it. I was like, no, I can't.
You were
go.
like, I'm not going. I can't do that. But as we know, you can do all kinds of stuff, and you, if out of anybody, will be okay.
I think my issue was I was like,
well, it's scary.
yeah.
You're going to be in Rome for 6 months, away from us,
Yeah.
away from Aiden.
I was thinking about the fact that support system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Kaylie Francis, thanks for doing this with me.
I got you, shorty.
This was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe and follow Midlife Moves for more fun conversations like this. If you're a mom or a daughter, you have a woman or child in your life, ask them some of these questions. I've now done this with all 3 of my daughters, and it is the most fun to have these conversations because they're things that we have never talked about in some cases. And it's eye-opening as a parent to see just where their heads are. And a lot of it could just be bullshit because they're being recorded and they want to be nice, but they're fun questions to ask. And I'll see you next time. Bye. That's it for this episode. If you had fun, learned something, or just feel a little less alone in the chaos, make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss what's next. And if you want to keep the conversation going, come find me on Instagram at @HeatherMoves_, because midlife is way more fun when we do it together. Until next time, keep moving forward, or at least keep moving. See ya.